Hey Hannah, this is Farhan from Addison. I just wanted to show you two cars. There's this one right here. This is the 2014 Buick Verano. This is a very luxurious sedan, and I think you're going to really like this. And I also found another one, which is the 2017 Chevrolet Cruze. Now these two are a little bit, they're a little bit closer to the current times than the Sonic that you were looking at, but they fit the price range you mentioned. They fit the features that you mentioned, and I want to show you inside. One thing I really love about this car is the interior. This is a highly sought after interior. It's a very light neutral, and it contrasts that smoky gray black looking exterior from the outside. Let me just step in here. I know one of the things you were looking for was the backup camera. Now before I start the car, I want to show you these remotes have come a really long way. So this is the Buick remote, right? This one has, the lock, unlock, it has the boot, or the trunk I should say, and remote start. So you can actually remote start this car from the house, from the convenience of your house. Same thing with the Chevrolet key. For the Chevrolet Cruze, it has lock, unlock, remote start, boot, and alarm. So let me just start this up. I really want to show you the backup camera over here. There we go. So the Buick Verano, it has about 54,000 kilometers, which is, typically we expect drivers to drive around 20,000 kilometers per year. So this is about, 3 years old, so we expect 60,000 kilometers on it. So this is just under that amount. The rear view camera pops up over here, and you'll notice there's these lines, right? These lines actually turn when I turn the steering wheel as well. So you can actually coordinate according to the angle of the wheels, how you want to fit into the parking spot and the parking space that you'll have. This is a very cool car because it has a lot of luxurious items. It has this dual zone climate, the passenger and you get your own separate zones of climate. It's very comfortable, and it's right on the money in terms of cost and value. So let me show you the Cruze next, and that's just over there behind all this snow. So this Cruze over here, this was a previous rental, and rentals are great because what happens is the companies give them back to the dealership at very low costs. They make their money off the rentals, the dailies, weeklies, and monthlies, but they really get all their money back, and they just want to get rid of the car and get the newest model. So this is the 2017 Cruze. One of the most underestimated things is the cargo space that this car has. Very similar to the Verano. It looks as if the seat starts here, but you'll notice there's a lot more cargo space, and just underneath this there's a little bit of space as well. These are just floor mats, don't worry about that. Now the backup camera on this one's conveniently located over here. Some cars make the mistake of putting them underneath here, which is kind of bad because you don't normally see what can actually hit the center part of the car. You can only see what's going to hit the bumper. So let me just take you inside the car over here. And again, this has remote, keyless entry, keyless start, remote start. A lot of cool stuff. This came with, as well as a sunroof, right? And remote start here. So one of the great things about rentals is that we expect rentals to be about double the amount of driving as a the radio keeps interrupting me. We expect rentals to be double the amount as an average consumer because they're used every day. People take them on longer trips. This one is actually very close to the 20,000 that we expect from an average user. It's only a year old, right? So this was the rental unit. That Verano was actually a 2-year lease unit. So again, I'll show you the backup camera over here, and very similar concept. It turns with the wheel. So yeah, these are both very cool cars, right? One of the better features on this is this Apple CarPlay. So nowadays, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So you can actually go into this projection mode and display some of the features that are on your iPhone or Android phone. And that's actually very cool because you don't need navigation, you don't need to use your phone. You can actually type your text just by saying, you know, for example, hey assistant and whatnot. And that will actually be very helpful while driving because, you know, it's the day and age of phones. We like to touch and play with our phones, but this button as well as the smartphone, they come in handy and they keep us safe. So again, I'd really like to show you these two cars, and something that you don't really get to experience on the online surface is the actual drive and the actual stability of the car and the safety and the structure of it. So whenever you're free, you know, I have 2 time slots this week. I'll give you them in the email. Just come down to Addison on Erin Mills and we'll take these 2 for a spin. Okay, Hanna? Again, my name is Farhan. I'm from Addison on Erin Mills, and I'll send you this over email. Okay? Bye-bye.